You haven't asked the right question, which is, what do we say about the career of Dustin Poirier at this point? A model citizen in a sport filled with absolute fucking goons.
Would you say he's the new Randy Couture in a sense? Like,
that's interesting.
Beloved American hero, and
Couture had higher achievements. That's
I saw
the
Josh
problem.
Gross tweet that Randy's back home from that.
from
that NHRA accident in which he was airlifted from the fire. Shout out to Randy. He'll be on at 12:30 today. I'm saying from like the beloved backbone American man who perseveres. That's the ultimate drive of his legacy,
to me, he's like what the fight game's supposed to be all about. In like not in the best case scenario, because if it was best case, he would have won a million titles. But what I mean to say is, here's a guy who came from nothing, who had a lot of ability, committed himself to his craft, never got in trouble once he did. Obviously, he came from a life of trouble, but once he committed, never did it, never had a falling out with his gym, never had a falling out with his coaches. The only time there was any kind of falling out was as it related to Colby Covington, who is, a professional agitator, basically, and no one really counts that. Family guy, set up a philanthropy, gives back to his community, made him and his family rich, securing his children's future. This is what it's for.
Yeah.
This is what it's fucking for. This is how it is done. And he did it. And the fact that he did it without actually ever winning a full weight class title, in some ways, makes it even more incredible. He is a credit to the fight game. And when he leaves, in terms of what he represents, who is the next guy doing that? I don't know who that would be.
You wouldn't go as far as saying he's the greatest fighter not to be an undisputed UFC champion.
He's in the conversation.
He's definitely in it, but he's not the top of that. I would say, though, I'd rather have his reputation, resume, and legacy than most guys or girls who have won a championship, including some who have won multiple championships, right? Like, wouldn't you want to be talked about, beloved, and remembered the way that Dustin already is?
Yes.
There are very few fight careers I would rather have than Dustin Poirier's, because he's a good person. Like, he should be the aspirational thing for all fighters.
Married his high school sweetheart, like all this, like
all of the stuff that he has done. Like, there's nobody has anything bad to say about him except Conor McGregor, who's Conor McGregor, and Colby Covington, who's Colby Covington. I'm trying to see what the hell we've put there.
Once studied abroad, no longer allowed within 500 feet. Get it?
Yes.
You can tell BC wrote that one.
That one was not the best effort that ever happened. But yeah, like there are not, 10 careers that I'd rather have than Poirier's, given he did accomplish a lot, even if he was never an undisputed champion, made a shitload of money, and was a great dude. And that's just like, that's all you can ask for in any career.
Blood.
And a good teammate. Like, how many times did I watch Bellator and he's in the corner of like Sabah Homasi? You know what I mean? Like, just staying low key, helping out everyone else, time away from his family to help out other people. Like, it's really fucking remarkable. Now, to the point that you raise, who is the greatest UFC fighter to never win a full weight class title? It's an interesting conversation, because a lot of folks might say Dan Henderson, but Dan held 2 Pride titles simultaneously. He
also won a tournament.
Right. So you could also say Uriah Faber, but Faber had a WEC title. If you take out the people who had major titles in major organizations outside of UFC and then just focus on the UFC ones, Poirier's got a case for number 1.
He's got a case.
If he beats Max, he'll have had the interim title, and you could put whatever value you want on the BMF title, but again, he would have taken it off of the guy who took it off of him, which represents something, ending at a high water or something of a high water mark. It puts him in very interesting conversation, and part of the generation of the very best lightweights to ever do it, right? These generations of the Dustins and the Justins and the Eddie Alvarezes. You can throw Dos Anjos in there. Conor McGregor you would throw in there as well, and many, many other names. Charles Oliveira's in there as well. All those guys in there, fucking war horses that brood a generation of fight fans, and even Dan Hooker on a tangential side because of the fight they had in the Apex. All of these guys lifted the fucking sport. This is what I mean. What the fuck else do you want out of a fighter, dude? Dustin Poirier was that fucking guy.
He also knocked out Conor McGregor.
Fucking knocked out Conor McGregor. Twice. I mean, it's remarkable.
In a weird way, though, isn't his most important and arguably best win the second one against Max Holloway? Gave him the interim title and allowed him to say that.
No, the big one was Conor, right?
That's the most important one.
The second, the
rematch,
the Conor rematch.
His best win, but it's his most important one.
That made an MK reel based on my reaction.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking big deal.
His best win is either Max or Eddie. maybe, or Gaethje won. It was like given where he was.
I know, but just think about the fucking murderer's row of dudes.
Those last 8 opponents.
They've been going up on Twitter and shit all day. It's like graphics. It was like, oh yeah, all he fought was stone cold hitters. Stone cold hitters.
One after the other, after year after year after year. And it wasn't a perfect run. It was a fucking good one.
He has that like Edson Barboza resume, except for he won a lot more fights in that run than Edson did. Right.
Luckily, they didn't play the retirement video for John Jones because now he's going to be back on the White House lawn.
He sure is not.
What type of treatment will Poirier get?
Or, just like jumping over the fence, or
even like they know this is going to happen. It's a headlining of a pay-per-view in his home city. Win or lose, what type of treatment does Poirier get? Full-on video tribute, full-on like what is this going to be?
He's going to be treated like a fucking god in that arena, and he should. Smoothie King Arena. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Downtown. It's nice. Actually, I was just in New Orleans for spring break. It was it's right down there, and it went near the dome and near downtown. I mean, you tell me, but I feel like if he wins, the roof is going to get blown off that place. But even if he doesn't, there's just going to be tears and tributes and everything in between.
We got to get into the prediction here of what happens and how this ends and what this fight looks like. I think we're getting an action fight. I know it's going to be competitive. I would put money down that it's going the distance. That's where I stand right now. First, who wins? I don't know. I felt like it was going to be Max coming in. A lot of the pre-fight video banter, embedded countdown. I come out of there going, maybe it's, the same. Maybe Max is fighting the same kind of uphill battle against someone who's like him, but a little bit bigger, more power. I guess I got to lean Dustin by decision here. What parts of my summation are wrong?
I'm going Dustin by decision, and I don't know if I believe that or if I just want to believe it because it's the better outcome.
And you love Dustin as much as you hate Chandler and Topuria, right?
Everyone loves Dustin. And
you don't like Topuria?
No, I don't have any issues with it. Oh, I don't love Topuria's personality that has manifested where he is. I get why he's doing it. I don't blame him for it.
You're talking about that La Leyenda bullshit, right?
Oh, the La Leyenda. That was the moment where I was like, ooh, buddy.
He walked it back. He had some sense about it.
And credit to him for figuring that one out, man. But like, no, I hate Chandler, but I don't hate Topuria. And I have to come to grips with it. Topuria is going to be in my life for 8 years as one of the best fighters on earth.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Poirier. I love Poirier. Poirier, he's not the most meaningful fighter to me in his career. Like Justin Gaethje is a meaningful fighter to me. Poirier is just like a tier down from that.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone wants him. We get so few like good retirements in this sport. And
give him the Robbie Lawler treatment +1. Like give him the full on.
Yeah, it's that to the next level because it would be Max. And if Max loses, it doesn't really burn him down, right? Like he's still competing. It'd be a setback, but he's not fighting for the belt immediately anyway. It's way better. So I'm hoping he wins, and I do think he has a really good chance because I am the big thing. I don't know how Max is gonna look coming off of the first KO. Like and you're right, he has improved dramatically from the second fight. He was getting tuned up at spots in that. Like he was, it has never left me when it will go back. He was going back to the corner and be like, he's blocking weird and couldn't get past the defense of Poirier and then was getting hurt. I think some of that can still exist. And especially with the chin, like where is it? Like I don't know, because you mentioned earlier, Volk was always going to lose to Topuria. I think that's true. I've watched that fight a lot and Volk was not the same dude coming off a KO loss. And I don't know if Max is going to be... Max's chin has been legendary forever, and now it's not. How does he react to that?
It's going to be a Liddell situation where once you crack that code, the code's busted forever. Luke, who wins on Saturday?
Going to take a leap of faith here. I'll say Max. I think Max will maybe right the ship this time.
Is that to pay back for all the love you gave to Poirier before and after the match?
I don't owe anyone anything for that other than a fuck you, because I was right about it the whole motherfucking time.
This guy's so spicy, like some Devil's Reserve, right?
Like the Devil's Reserve.
Yeah. Oh, you took the whole thing down. Yes. Yeah. All right.